All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream. This week we're doing another song review. This is December's song submissions song review. I feel like I'm way too hot here in the mic. That might be better. Let me check that out there because it seems like we are always coming up against these issues here where there's no consistency. Consistency. Tra-la-la. All right, let's see. That sounds a little bit better. Okay, so with the most recent December song review, we are going to be looking at, it appears, 7 songs that were submitted, and 1 extra song is going to be a song that was won during our Magic Wheel of Awesomeness. Yes, it's magic now, in case you didn't know that. And during the Wheel of Awesomeness, someone had won a song feature. So we're going to be checking that out. That was DJP. Congratulations, by the way, DJP, for winning that. And so if you are new to this channel, you're wondering, what's this guy all about? What's going on? Every month we get together and we review songs that community members here have created. At the start of each month, the submission window is opened again until the last week of the month. And then we set aside a day to come together just like now and listen to those songs that have been submitted. Now, this awesome community of audio lovers and myself all provide feedback on the songs and offer up friendly suggestions on how to improve them. If you want to get in on the fun, follow the link that's in the description of this video or head over to 𝗏𝗏studiossimplified.com and click on the song review tab at the top of the page. All right. What's this channel all about? Well, we're just here to simplify the complexities of the home studio and help you create professional sounding music in a less than professional space. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors before we get started today over at the ProMix Academy. Today's video is sponsored in part by the ProMix Academy. The ProMix Academy offers affordable courses from mentors, world-class engineers, Grammy winners, and multi-platinum selling producers. And with the resources available on the ProMix Academy, you can learn how to create radio-ready mixes from the comfort of your own home studio. Most of the courses also offer multi-tracks that you can then add to your portfolio and begin to build out your business. Follow the link in the description of this video to head on over to the ProMix Academy today and start learning the skills that are needed to take your hobby or your business to the next level. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are Christmassy today. That's why the orange lights are in the background, because that's a new Christmas color. And I just realized I don't have my teal light on back there. That stinks. We don't need it. Anywho, if you are in the chat today, let me know if you had a good Christmas or not. Give me a big old, hey, I had a good Christmas, or no, it wasn't. And let's discuss why. Why was it not? Our good friend DJP has already posted about a link here, or a link about, rather, the monthly song review. If you want to go and click on that, that'll take you straight to where I was talking about earlier. What's up, DJP? We got your song submission ready, brother. And I don't know if you saw this here in the chat as well, but if I get 10 teal super chats, that's $5 or more, I will sing an original song. It's something new that YouTube is rolling out. I figured, you know what, I'll go ahead and try that. Sounds like fun. So if I get 10 teal super chats, I will sing an original song here on the live stream for you today. We got too many DJs up in the chat. What's going on here? All right, let's head over to the desktop, start checking these songs out. As you can see, DJP said he's had a good Christmas. Good deal. As you can see, we've got some awesome submissions here. And as you can see, I am on the latest and greatest edition of Cakewalk Sonar. After looking at all the options and knowing that there was a nice little Black Friday sale, I went ahead and took advantage and bought Cakewalk Sonar for a year just to see if I like it before I make any switches or changes, or I don't know. We'll see. Right now, it seems like it's pretty stable. It's working pretty good. I like the new sleek updates that they've given it. And pretty much all of the tutorials that I have released before on Cakewalk are still applicable. So that's good. In other words, anything that I have talked about before, it should still be usable in this here. So the newest update. All right. Well, let's see what we got going on here, because our first song, let me make sure I pull up the backstory. We're going to do something a little different today. So normally I've been putting the backstory up on the screen for you to read while we listen to it. Used to, I would actually go in and read the backstory. I'm going to do that today. We got Buckle Up Buttercup. This is the backstory. It says Schecter guitar with Filtertron pickups, Mexican Strat, Squire paranormal baritone, Carbonita Telecaster. I think this is why I started putting up on the screen. All through amplitude 5. Nice. Ibanez 30 fret guitar through a PV Valve King 100 with vintage 30 speakers for leads, Moto bass, Superior drummer, various soft synths and contact instruments, Audio Technica 2035 mic, Behringer interface. The song is about fear and the unrealistic expectation that it should not be felt, especially by kids. Wow. Let's give it a listen. And probably need to make sure I'm on the right audio device. Okay, let me make sure I got, there we go. Here we go.
Don't be filled with fright, my dog will not bite. Smiling death machine, vicious, fanged and mean, growls each time that I walk by, murder in his eye. You would be scared too, what's a boy to do? Don't be so afraid, shallow you can wade, water does no harm, don't be so alarmed, I'm right here to protect you, just a swimming pool, lifeguard standing by, can't help wonder why. Buckle up, buttercup, mentally tough, buckle up, buttercup, never enough, buckle up, buttercup, hold your head high, buckle up, buttercup, big boys don't cry. Why'd I climb so high, terror in my eye, so far from the ground, now I can't get down, people stop and laugh at me, so embarrassing, one false move I die, much too scared to try. Buckle up, buttercup, mentally tough, buckle up, buttercup, never enough, buckle up, buttercup, hold your head high, buckle up, buttercup, big boys don't cry. Shadows lurk nightly, threat hidden nearby, curtains hide vampires just waiting to bite. Nightmare, most dark nights must run for my life. Lives rise to chase me until the dawn's light. Buckle up, buttercup, mentally tough, buckle up, buttercup, never enough,
Wow. Okay. What an energetic, powerful, moving song. Wow. I didn't hear a lot of bass frequencies, which was kind of surprising, but with the synths in the background and some of the synth stuff that was going on, I don't think it really needed it, but I would have loved to have heard like a driving bass line that could have carried the melody a little bit more. Although everything given, wow, great song, man. I think that's the only thing really that I heard, because the rest of the mix, it sounded really clear and very well balanced. So up next we have the song Funky Squid. And the backstory to this one is the artist's name is Musically Inclined, a jazz funk band from the Long Island, New York. Songwriter is 𝗏𝗏 Jr., keyboardist and leader of the band. On drums, Joe Gallagher. Percussion, Chris Cruz. Bass, 𝗏𝗏 Jr. Tenor sax, Matt Meaner. If I pronounced that wrong, I apologize. Alto sax, Kevin Jackson. Trombone, I'm going to pronounce this one really bad. 𝗧𝗵𝗏 Trumpet, Russell Ettinger. Baritone sax, Greg Tyson. Produced by Greg Tyson and David Scott. This is probably a good indication as to why I started putting the comments up on the screen, because I'm butchering people's names. And yeah, let's give this a listen. Cool indeed. Wow. There were some hangups on this one that I feel like if they would have been really honed in on, would have helped this to just shine. As someone had just placed here in the chat, the kick is a little bit weak. It needs to have a little bit more thump, especially if it's funk. It needs to be up in your face. Not, I should say it should be felt more rather than heard more. But apart from that, I did also notice some timing issues, and I don't know if this was all recorded live together. If it was, kudos to you, man. That was not easy to pull off. And then there was also some really, on a good note, there was some really cool, like, painting position things that you had done. And I could even tell there towards the end, even it was either automation of you automating that saxophone from the right to the left stereo field, or that saxophone player literally walked from one microphone to another. Either one would have been awesome. But by and large, man, great job. The song has tons of potential. In fact, I would like, this sounds like it's right up my alley. I would like for you to contact me, email me, and I would like to even take a shot at laying down a guitar track on this. I don't normally do that, but this is it's got that vibe to it. I like it. All right. Up next, we got DJP with Slick Man. And let me go in here and find the backstory to this. And I think I'm just going to go back to, okay, it's rather short and I don't see a lot of complicated words, so I'll just read it. Disc Jedi Panoramics, Slick Man is the title. Another I'm already messing it up. Another cop, spy, thriller style track. Awesome. Had trouble getting the clavinet to set in the mix. It has the sound I wanted. Not sure if it works in this mix. Added a high shelf to the mix. Some of my tracks sound a bit dull compared to other people's. And thanks for any comments. Cool. Okay. So before we even get started, DJP, one thing I would say is if it sounds good to your ears, just roll with it, because trying to get your mix to sound like everyone else's, although it might blend better with the entirety of all the mix, it's ultimately, at the end of the day, it's what do you like? And I don't think you could go wrong with, things not sounding quite as sheen. But I get where you're coming from too. So, all right, let's give it a listen. Slick Man. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely, dude, you got that, like, that genre. You got that nailed. I mean, if you're ever looking for a track for something that sounds somewhat mysterious, or you have like a spy movie you're making, you probably want this guy. You need to get up with him, because evidently he's got it in the bag. So, all right, up next we got, honestly, nothing bad to say about the track, or good either. I mean, it sounded really good. And I think, to your point, opening up that high end actually did help the mix to sound clearer and more defined. So maybe you were onto something. Okay, so up next we got Bob Consley with "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." He said this was recorded 2 years ago and released on my instrumental Christmas album, Sleigh Ride, a fun classic rock take on the traditional Christmas tune. All right, let's give it a listen. Very cool. Very cool indeed. I love the fact that you incorporated the sleigh bells and all of the stuff that comes with Christmas. Did a great job on it too. And the guitar playing was phenomenal. That was great. Great job. I got nothing really bad to say about that one, or good to say about that one either. I mean, that's kind of a good problem to have, right? When you don't have a complaint. So, hey, Kev Gresham just entered the chat. What's up, brother? And you are going to hear my dog for a moment here in the background as my wife comes in the front door, and he's going to go nuts but it won't interfere with the song. I will mute the microphones here. Let's give it a listen.
Empty seats where once the cheers would spur me on. all gone. No one calling, hear no echoes, see no faces, empty spaces. No one calling, hear no echoes, see no faces, empty spaces. Broken boards as the spotlight fades away. So right me with the sound. No people gather round. My music comes to me. I fall on my knees. So right me with the sound. No people gather round. My music comes to me. I fall down on my knees. So right me with the sound. No people gather round. My music comes to me. I fall down on my knees. Oh, where have they all gone?
Nice indeed. Definitely crushing the 80s vibe there, brother. Sounded great. Yet again, other than the vocals maybe being a little buried in the mix, that's the only thing really I had negative, if you want to call it that, to say about that. But if it sounds good to you, I mean, what does it matter what I think? At the same time, the 80s vibe, a lot of the lyrics were nestled back farther into the mix, which is why we still to this day sing most of the lyrics wrong. There's a bathroom on the right. I mean, or baboon. It could be there's a baboon on the right. I don't know. But yeah, it's up to you. Nothing really bad to say about it, man. It sounded great. I love it. All right. Up next, sorry, I forgot to read the backstory to that. He tells us, and this is about the previous song. The song took 4 attempts. Each time it became a struggle, so the vocals, as great as they were shelved. Then one day, while I was sampling some hardware, I came across an old Yamaha keyboard that Angela had as a teenager. It didn't have any MIDI connections, but had a feature that you could play the drum sounds on it every 5th key. So I sampled them. Then I made a drum loop and was working on a tune when I discovered I was rewriting Gone. So put the vocals to it and it worked, and it came together in a matter of hours. All the sounds were samples of my hardware. Okay, that makes total sense now as to why it sounded the way that it did and had that 80s vibe to it, like, because that was guaranteed that was 80s sounds. Very cool. Okay, so up next is Eugene Smith, and this one is from the archives. He says, Steel Blue Eyes. Words and music by Bob Ryan, copyrighted 1992, recorded at Lightkeeper Music Recording Studio in Canada, produced, engineered, mixed by Bob Ryan. Spirit Village members, Bob Ryan, electric guitar and lead vocals, Mike Ward, bass guitar and backing vocals, Laura DeWitt, keyboards, 𝗬𝗓𝗪𝗀𝗃, I can't talk, keyboards, Eugene Smith, drums. This was recorded live off of the floor in a home studio with analog gear, a Tascam board linked to a Tascam DA38s, 8 channels ×2, the individual tracks. And that's where it stops. Oh, and mixed with some EQ and reverb and amp sims. The drums were recorded with 2 overhead mics. All right. Okay, this is Eugene Smith's Steel Blue Eyes.
Steel Blue Eyes, take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Nice.
I know hailstorm, and I know gold were the words I heard you whisper. But as you see from near and far, you never know how far you are. So touch it fair when you use those steel blue eyes. We met that time the storm winds blew, like torn leaves we swirled round and round. We bathed and thrust and blocked those tailing blows, protected hard the tender that you feared the worst shone within those steel blue eyes. Close your eyes to the world of dust and clay, and pierce the veils that hide that brilliant day. Yeah. We've got a choice, but that choice is hard. Were the words I heard you cry, to love or not were your thoughts that day, but the world's not so black and white. The love is sweet, shining from those steel blue eyes. Close your eyes to the world of dust and clay, and pierce the veils that hide that brilliant day.
Wow. Very, very cool. I love the fact that you left in like the studio chatter at the very beginning of the song. I love it when people do that. It just makes it feel a lot more, I don't know, real. I just like it. Nothing really I could say bad or good about this one. Well, there's a lot of good I already said and plan on saying. Nothing, no constructive criticism, I should say. Everything else sounded really great. I loved the vibe of it. I loved the harmonies. I loved the fact that it was all recorded live. That was super cool. Not a lot of people are doing that anymore. So the fact that you were able to pull that off, even if it was an older song that you pulled out of the archives, it was great. It was great. And I would love to be able to, at some point in time, have a band in a room, record them all together like that again. I did a live recording here at our local assembly, and as fun as that is, they were all tracked through the board, and it was just, I would love to just actually just set up mics and just through amps and just, anywho, Up next, we got 𝗏𝗏, Day of the Cold Sun. This is his MJ tribute channel, and this is song number 7. Let's give it a listen. I'm going to put the backstory up on the screen this time. Super cool. I loved the extended fade out there. That was great. Great way to end the song, man. So lots of good to say about this one. I love the syncopation. I love the fact that you were using those 8-bit sounds. The song, it was continually like inviting you into some different area. It just maintained your emotional drive. It was great. Loved it. I do want to give a big shout out to Scott, who just joined in the chat. Angela Frazier. Look, let me see. There's another one in here that popped in. Let's see. 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗵𝗲. Hope I'm saying that right. These are all individuals who I believe this is your first time being here. So let's give them a round of applause. And to those of you stream staples who are on here a lot, some of you I've seen very often, some of you have, it's been a while. Thank you guys for coming back. And if you're here all the time, thank you for just being a stream staple. Appreciate that. All right. Let's do this. Awesome. Okay. If in the next 30 minutes I get 10 super chats of any amount of money, I will sing an original song. All right. Up next, we got DJP, and this was his, ladies and gentlemen, this was his song feature that he won. If you're unsure as to what a song feature is, you'll find out here in just a bit of a moment, but we actually have a section of this podcast or live stream, whatever you want to call it, where we will do, well, you're very welcome. It sounds like all the customer support I've talked to. We have a section of this show where we will do what's called the Wheel of Awesomeness. And we spin a wheel and you have the opportunity to win a song feature. And so this was a song feature that was won by our good friend DJP, and this is called Balet Rocks. Let's give it a listen. And I think I can turn off the T-Rex 1 on this one. That certainly was a journey. There was a lot going on there, man. And somehow you pulled it off. I don't know necessarily how you pulled it off, but you did. Wow. Congratulations on that one. 'Cause that was definitely not easy. I can just tell by listening to the syncopation of everything and the way that it all came together. Wow. All right. That was the end of our song submissions today, including our song contest. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do too many things at once here, including our I don't know what's going on with this computer, including the winner there for our song feature. So thanks for submitting all of the songs today. Greatly appreciate that. You have no idea how long that took. Yeah, see, I was thinking that too, VRC sounds. Yeah, it sounded as if the timing was off a little bit, but then okay, I'm sorry, I'm reading comments at the same time. It sounded like the timing was off a little bit, but then at the same time, I think it was supposed to be that way. So that's kind of crazy. It actually added to the feel and the flow of things. All right. Thankfully, I was able to finally spit that all out. So normally, DJ Big Red 81 ends up giving me down the road for not having a song submission of my own. And so I'm in the process of reviewing a product right now, and I did create a song. And I'm not normally akin to doing this kind of stuff. So yeah, let's give it a listen. This is an original. I have no name for it. We're going to call it the Triple Play. All right. So that's my little ditty that I came up with there. Bring out the Vikings. Yeah, it does have that sort of Viking-ish type sound. Crazy thing about this is all of that was created with my guitar. I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? This white guitar here actually has been fitted with the Fishman Triple Play system, and I will be doing a full review on that soon. But I always was wondering, like, how can I get my guitar to be a MIDI instrument? Because I'm not a keyboard player. I can play keys, but just not very well. I'm more akin to the guitar. And so I've been researching and looking for years. I was going to go with the Hexpander and all of that stuff. And that was going to be like $500+ to get it all lined up, working properly. Definitely not in the market for that. So then I found the Fishman Triple Play system. And I was like, hey, this might work. And so I got the guitar fitted with it. And to my surprise, it actually does work. And you can see it's very small form factor. I didn't have to drill into the guitar, do anything crazy. In fact, this is what it looks like. It's just basically like an extra bridge, an extra pickup, so to speak, underneath there. And then this little piece here is the MIDI interface. You plug your USB-C cable into, it probably won't. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Anyway, you plug your USB-C cable into, there it is, into there. And then that plugs into your computer. And before you know it, you are playing MIDI through your guitar. It's very cool. So all of that was created with the Fishman Triple Play. And, oh, DJ's already posted a link for it. Cool. So when I was working with the strings, here's the cool thing about it. It takes into account the string bends, the attack, all of that. So in order to get this set up, let me, because someone was asking about that here in the chat. The Triple Play Express, which is what I'm using, there's a Triple Play Wireless, which is a lot more expensive, but it's also wireless, which is super cool. I don't think there's any, like the pickup itself is the same pickup on both. So you're not getting any extra trackability or anything like that. Okay, so if we go to the desktop, this is straight from the Fishman store here, $199 for the Triple Play Express. And it tracks very well. It's very responsive. And then you can get the Triple Play controller if you wanted to do that way, where you can actually switch MIDI sounds on the fly. And here's the Triple Play Wireless. It's, like I said, considerably more expensive. Oh, look, it's even on a white Fender. That's crazy. That's not my guitar, though. But yeah, it's super cool. And I like the fact that, you know, you can take a normal guitar, turn it into a MIDI controller. That was a huge win for me, because I was trying to figure out, like, how am I going to be able to do this? And there you go. All right. Well, thank you all so much for hopping on the channel tonight and for hanging out with me. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you all are going to have a great New Year's. Until next time, remember that the Wheel of Awesomeness hasn't happened yet. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's 𝗧cie 𝗁𝗂𝗧𝗵𝗀 bringing you the Wheel of Awesomeness. And today we're going to spin the wheel like we've never spun before. Trivia. All right. Good deal. Any song submissions that are submitted today will be on the next song submission for the New Year's. My apologies, but we do need to end the stream today within a reasonable amount of time. All right, so we're gonna find a piece of music trivia for you all. All right. Some of these we've already done before. Okay, this one's kind of interesting. I don't think I would have known the answer to this one either. Keith Moon and John Entwistle of The Who are said to have inspired the name of which other classic rock band? Interesting. I just gave the answer away. No. It was asked before, wasn't it? Was it really? Okay. All right. Well, let's see if this one was asked before. Who was the first woman ever inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Ladies and gentlemen, Aretha Franklin. That is correct. Nice. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me on the stream today. I hope that you all had a good time. And I wanted to invite you, as we move into the new year, to really take some time, think about things musically speaking, and ask yourself a couple of questions as you go into this new year. With all the Black Friday and the Christmas sales and everything that's going on, you can get easily distracted with, I need the next biggest, greatest, newest thing. Will it make you a better musician? Will it make you a better guitar player, keyboard player, singer, whatever it is? Will it help you to get from point A to point B faster? If it's something that's just aesthetic, something you've just wanted, sometimes we got to treat ourselves. I get that. But if it's something that you don't necessarily need, maybe take the time and invest the money on a mentor or on a course that's going to teach you something that you can take with you over and over and over again. So that's just a little word of wisdom there from me. By the way, HSS is on Discord. If you want to hop on there, it's somewhat monitored. And I do hop on there from time to time, answer questions or post things. So if you want to get involved in that, feel free to do so. Let's give a quick shout out to these individuals real quickly before we hop off here. Heavy Int 316, Nancy, Mushino Boy, Binkox, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 whatever that is, band, Kinanozi, Harry M, and Gary Feinberg. Thank you so much for all of you subscribers. Love and appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, remember that we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. God bless y'all.